Welcome once again to Midweek Meditation. My name is Amy Ward Brimmer, and I'm the director here at Way Opens Wellness in Yardley, Pennsylvania. And this is our final midweek meditation of 2022. We will be back again in the new year, where we meet online and also live stream on our Way Opens community page on Facebook. Every Wednesday, 12:30 Eastern Time. And normally we meet for about 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Sometimes it's a full half hour. It's a little break in the middle of the week to set everything aside and focus on some sort of contemplative process. It's often insight or vipassana meditation. Last week, we did some loving kindness practice, some metta meditation, and today we're going to focus on self-compassion. Self-compassion turns out to be a really important skill to develop throughout our lives. And the work of Kristen Neff has really done a lot to support building practices and broadening our ability with this natural capacity we have to be kind to ourselves and accepting and compassionate. And it's very true that the more you can be loving and kind and compassionate toward yourself, the more likely you are to be able to extend that to other people. And it's been my experience that it's a bit of a myth that people who are really kind and loving and giving and always there for other people can do that without being kind to themselves. If you are not extending goodness and not being loving toward yourself, whatever you're doing for other people will be less than what it could be. So practicing self-compassion is really important. And at this time of year, around the holidays, we're under a lot of pressure. Pressure we put on ourselves mostly, but also family, friends, just the season itself seems to ask a lot of us. And we can often feel like we're coming up short, not good enough, or not cheery enough. If like me, you've been channeling your inner Scrooge lately, that's the way it goes sometimes. And we need to be kind to ourselves about ways in which we feel we're not measuring up, and ways in which we feel incapable, ways that we feel harshly judged, whether it's from others or ourselves. And so today we're going to use one of Dr. Neff's meditations. It's really not a meditation. That's why I paused for a minute. It's really more of a contemplation. It's a visualization, but it uses mindfulness practice at its heart. And this is called the Fierce Friend. And so we're going to go into this experience in a moment or two. And I will put both on the Facebook thread and also on the YouTube channel where this video will be posted later, a link to Dr. Neff's website and this particular practice. I do want to give credit where credit is due, but I have used this one with myself and others a lot, and I really like it, and others seem to find it beneficial too. So let's begin. And again, I want to emphasize that although there are many positions you could meditate in, the one that keeps people most relaxed and connected to themselves tends to be sitting upright in a supported way. So we don't necessarily want to be treating this as a casual process. So find a supported upright seat. Let your feet be resting on the floor. If you're sitting in a chair, a regular chair, if you're sitting on a cushion, then obviously cross your legs and feel that gravitational support through the lower half of your body. Notice if your shoulders are up here, maybe you can let them go. Notice if your hands are in fists or if you're holding a lot of tension. Again, can you quickly scan through your body as you take your seat here and adjust, and see if there's some places that you could soften. If there are spaces that could be easier. Is there room for more ease anywhere in the body? And just allow that. So eyes open or closed, but for this, you may find it easiest with eyes closed. If not, just have a very soft, unfocused gaze, because we're going to be using our inner vision to imagine some things. So to begin, I'd like to invite you to picture yourself in a place that is safe and peaceful, someplace that's comfortable. You might have a favorite spot, a cozy room, a warm beach, a forest glade, a place you really know. Or it could be an imaginary place, your fantasy safe place. It does not have to be in nature, but if it's an indoor space, really see that space clearly. A place that you feel safe and peaceful and content. And see this place in as much detail as you can. Take a couple deep breaths and savor the details. Linger with some of the sensual details. If it's a beautiful warm beach, can you feel the breeze and smell the salt air? If it's a cozy room with a fire, can you hear the crackling wood? If you're somewhere safe in the woods, are there birds singing? Can you hear the breeze in the trees? Really bring these details into mind and really place yourself right in the center of this safe, comfortable place. And as you sit here in your safe, comfortable place, soon you're going to receive a visitor. This is a strong and powerful being, but they also have a very tender and loving presence. So they're strong and powerful, but they're safe and loving. This is a fierce friend who embodies a caring force, strength with love. Let's see what image arises for this caring force being. It could be someone you know, a real friend, someone who reminds you of someone from your past who really had your back, who believed in you. It could be someone from your present who really supports and believes in you. Whether from the past or the present, this person is strong and protective and courageous on your behalf. Could be a relative, could be a supportive teacher or mentor, could be a figure from your imagination, maybe a character in a favorite book or film. You know, maybe it's Indiana Jones who feels like a strong protective friend. It doesn't have to be a real person. Could be a mythic character, warrior goddess perhaps, or an animal like a lion or a leopard. Maybe this being, this strong protective force that cares about you, isn't even really being in the usual way. Maybe it's an energy field, a glowing light, or a force field of care and protection. So just see what feels right for you right now. Who is this fierce friend, this ally? And see them in detail. See what they look like. But don't overthink it. Don't worry if you're not getting lots of details. So this friend's going to visit you now. Or it wants to visit you. They want to visit you. And you have a choice. You can go out and meet with them in some other space, or you can stay in the safe, comfortable space you've established and invite them in. So just do what feels right. And imagine yourself now with this fierce friend nearby. See yourselves sitting together in your safe place. What's it like for you? How does it feel to be in the company of this fierce friend? Really feel their bravery, their courage, their determination, their power. And also feel how loving they can be and how much they care about you and wish to protect you from harm. And there's just nothing you need to do right now except experience this moment of proximity to your fierce friend. You might want to just notice how close you're sitting. You might, if it's a really close, loving friend, you might be sitting right next to each other. You might even be holding hands or wrapping your arms around each other. You could be super close. Or if it's some creature or being that's a little less cuddly, they might be sitting some distance away. A fierce leopard or a warrior goddess, you're not going to be cuddling up, but you can be near them and feel their connection to you. Now, this being is very wise, even all-knowing, and they see very clearly. And this being knows you completely, understands exactly what's going on in your life right now. They understand you and your history. They know your strengths and your weaknesses. And this friend also sees where in your life you could maybe be a little more firm, maybe stand up for yourself a little more, maybe speak up and say no sometimes, draw boundaries, protect yourself. They also know what you wish to give to the world, the gifts and talents that you have to share. So what does your friend see when they look at you and sit with you now? Again, how does it feel to be seen and known in this authentic, clear way by this fierce, friendly presence? Now, your friend wants to tell you something that is exactly what you need to hear right now. What do they have to say? Listen and receive this message. Just allowing whatever message comes from this friend, what comes up. And this friend also gives you a gift, some symbolic object that represents a caring force in your life. They want to tell you something that you need to hear right now, and they're giving you a gift, something that represents a caring force in your life. What is this? What is this gift? Now, if no gift comes, if no words or images come, that's okay. Just keep experiencing the care, the protection, the strength that is coming to you from this fierce friend. That alone can be a blessing. That can rejuvenate and support. But if you're getting a message and a gift, really linger with the words of wisdom and support from your fierce friend, or whatever gift they're giving you that represents that caring force that's available to you. And then just notice how you're feeling in your body right now. Notice how the energy is, if it's very active or very calm, if it's warm or cool in the body. Just noticing how it feels on a physical level to be in the presence of this kind, caring, giving, protective force. And now allowing yourself to realize that this fierce friend is really a part of you. All the words, images, and sensations you've been experiencing, that you're experiencing right now, is flowing from your own fierce and tender heart. This comes from you, to you, for you, by you. You are capable of knowing what you need, of accessing your own inner wisdom and connection to authentic care. You can bring yourself to a safe space with your own internal ally like this whenever you need to. And so as you're ready, allow the image in your mind to dissolve and fade. Let that picture of the fierce friend and whatever they've said or given you just fade into the background. As you recall that this powerful caring force is within you, it remains, and it's available whenever you need it, especially at challenging times. You can call upon this fierce friend that lives within. I'm going to end with some phrases that you can repeat to yourself silently or listen to them and just take it in. May I be my own fierce friend. May I be a friend to myself. May I remember my own inner strengths, my own ability to be caring. May I trust my inner wisdom to support me no matter what conditions I might be facing. May I remember to trust my own inner wisdom no matter the conditions I face. May I value my own authentic knowing. May I honor my own authentic knowing. May I trust clear seeing to show me my strengths, my challenges, my own inner dignity. May I trust my fierce friend. May I be a fierce friend to myself. And may I know I am not alone. May I know I am not alone. May I thrive with ease and know the joy of well-being. May I thrive easily and know the joy of well-being. Thank you for your practice today. May we all thrive easily and know the joy of well-being.